What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Ppv'S Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, legendary 8th Division World Champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. His manager, Sean Gibbons, comes out and he drops a huge bombshell, right? Where he lets the world know that this pay-per-view event they did with Mario Barrios this past weekend wasn't a success. And now he's asking the premier boxing champions to orchestrate a fight before Manny Pacquiao retires, a big fight with big numbers that he deserves because Mario Barrios didn't move the needle. So this is what Sean Gibbons had to say, quote, he dropped the bombshell telling the truth. Now, typically, they don't tell the truth about these pay-per-views. They'll sell you a river, right? As you in the ocean. You floating in the ocean and they'll sell you a river. But Sean Gibbons, he kept it 100. And this is what he had to say. He said, quote, I saw the early estimate of the pay-per-view numbers for the Pacquiao-Barrios fight on PBC on Prime, video pay-per-view, and I want a bigger name for Manny to fight that will bring in bigger pay-per-view buys and real pay-per-view buys for his next fight. Barrios wasn't a big enough draw, end quote. So Sean Gibbons is now asking the PBC to make a showdown for Manny Pacquiao. Get this now, right? Manny Pacquiao's a legend, an icon. They don't want Manny Pacquiao to go out the way he went out, right? The fight ended in a draw. Mario Barrios wasn't doing much. Pacquiao's 46 years of age. He's old, right? So they didn't like the way it turned out. Manny Pacquiao, 62 wins, 8 losses, 3 draws now, 39 wins by way of knockout. And so Sean Gibbons is saying that he's going to sit down with the PBC because he's hoping to orchestrate a fight with superstar boxer, 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, superstar, Gervonta Tank Davis, who has 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout for his next fight because he feels like that's going to move the needle. And the plan B is Rolando Rolly Romero because they feel like that Rolly is entertaining and he can possibly move the needle. But their number one goal, so Rolly is 17 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. And in his last fight in May, he shocked the world when he dominated, dropped Ryan Garcia, and won a unanimous decision. Rolly Romero has a lot of fan base because he just comes off as very quirky. He's entertaining. He says what he want to say, right? So Rolly Romero is what they're saying is plan B, okay? But plan A is to get Gervonta Tank Davis and Manny Pacquiao in the ring, right? Now, am I appalled to that? No, right? To me, Manny Pacquiao, Tank Davis, it'll do big numbers. It's a sideshow, right? And once again, they're saying they don't want to do a rematch. I don't see why Barrios again. There's Rolly Romero, Tank Davis. Why do it again? Mario Barrios doesn't draw anything and brings nothing to the table but that belt. Rolly Romero would be an unbelievable, fun fight and one hell of a promotion. That's end quote. That's another quote from Sean Gibbons, right? So he's letting you know the fight didn't sell. It wasn't a draw. Okay. So with that said, now they're looking to get the PBC to push for Gervonta Tank Davis. That's the ultimate goal. The thing about Gervonta Tank Davis is that we never know what Gervonta Tank Davis wants to do. He's supposed to have this rematch with Lamont Roach. It was supposed to be in August. That went by the wayside, okay? And then he was in talks to have conversations to fight Jake Paul, but that clearly went by the wayside because Jake Paul is now in conversations to fight Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk. Okay, so that's not happening. Jake Paul has went in a different direction. They was initially gonna fight, this summer, but Gervonta Tank Davis fought Lamont Roach to a draw. Okay, and that went by the wayside. So we got to see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But they're searching now for Gervonta Tank Davis. They're pushing, and they're saying the pay-per-view numbers failed. That's shocking. But I'm glad at some point in time they tell the truth. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But Manny Pacquiao looked like a shell of himself, and I think that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to knock him out. Rolly is a different story. He's just a wild card. We don't know what we're going to get. But Gervonta Tank Davis is going to knock him out. But what y'all think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Ppv'S Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.